Hey guys, here is the easiest way to tune a drum kit. Okay, so here's the drum with no drum heads, and I'm going to put them on right now. So we're going to start with the bottom head. So we're going to flip this upside down, and we're going to put the Evans G1 on the bottom. Okay, so what I did is I just put the head on, then I put the rim on, and then I put each screw just in the hole, just a little bit. And then now I'm gonna just finger tighten it, each one, just like this. And if you don't like to do it that way, you can go like this and just spin your key. Come over here, just spin your key like that. And just spin it until you start feeling that it's tightening up and there's pressure being applied to the drum head. You can push down on the head with the palm of your hand if you want. It's called breaking in the head. But don't do it too much, because you'll probably eventually stretch the head, which you don't want to do. So just a little bit. Okay, so I finger tightened it so each screw is equal. Each one has the exact same amount of tension. And it's just starting to tune. So we're just going to bring it up slowly. And all you have to do is just do a small turn, like maybe that much. That's it. Okay, so do that until the drum starts producing a note. And tighten it to your desired sound. It doesn't have to be the exact note. So I want mine a little higher. Alright, let's hear that. It's a little higher. Alright, so that's where I want my head to be, on the bottom. Yours can be different, it can be lower, it can be higher. It's whatever you want. But just make sure the bottom is resonating. Okay, so now I have the head where I want it to be. I like how it sounds. Now you can match each casing, each lug to the other one. So now you can put your finger on the head and just hit over each screw. And they should all sound the same. So it's not a big deal if they're not perfect. That's not the main point, but just as long as it resonates the note. Okay, now we're gonna do the top of the drum. So put your drum head down, put the rim down, line your screws up. Okay, so all my screws are lined up. Now I'm going to make sure the head is centered with the rim, and we're just going to start spinning these in. Once the screw hits the rim, just put a little bit of tension on there and then go across to the other one, directly across from it. Okay, so the screw is just hitting the head now, or the rim, sorry. And I'm just going to turn it a little bit, there we go, right about there. Okay, I'm going to go beside it now. Okay, screws touching the rim, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of tension. So the screws just touching now, and just turn it a little bit. So the screws just touching now, just turn it a little bit. So they should all be pretty much the same tension. Now if you're putting a new head on, you can push down on it a few times to stretch it out. That's up to you. It's not a big deal whether you do it or you don't. It's totally your preference. Okay, so I'm going to spin these with my fingers to try and get them all perfect. And now I'm going to bring the head up slowly. So we're going to turn the key that much. Just a little bit. The whole drum head goes up really fast, on toms especially. The snare usually takes a little longer. You'll spin it a few times. So that's producing a note, and that's what we want. Okay, so this is the inside of the drum. This is a very high-end drum. This is one of the best. All right, so I'm putting a power stroke color tone on the snare drum. It has a inner little muffling ring to kill any overtones. It's nice, and it's got a patch on the outside for more durability on the snare. And it's clear, so it shows off the beautiful inside of this snare drum. Okay, so I put the head on, and I'm just gonna finger tighten all these screws in there until I can't do it anymore with my fingers. This drum's awesome. It's so easy to tune. So I'm just gonna finger tighten it as much as I can. Most drums you can do that on, where you can just do it with your fingers only. All right. Now when you do it like this, all the tension on each one will be exactly the same, which is a great method and a great way to do it because it's so easy. Okay, so I got those all as tight as I can turn it. I'm going to push on it to stretch it in just a little bit. Just go around, tighten everything a little bit more because every time you do that, it's going to come loose on some of the screws. So make sure they're all tight. And then just start bringing it up slowly. And if you have a really thick rim, if you turn one, the one beside it is going to become loose again. So just finger tighten it again. So we're going to go across, turn it. Now this one, see it's a little loose, so I finger tighten it in. And then I just turn it a bit. This one, finger tighten it, turn it a bit. Just do that all the way around. Okay, so we got all the heads on. We have a 10, 12, 13, 16, and a 13 by 7. That snare drum sounds so good. Oh, well, I hope that helped, guys. Just always do your best, you know, work hard, and good things will happen.